I know exactly what you've been told. You've been told you're too sensitive. You've been told you overthink everything. You've been told you push people away for no reason. You've been told you're emotionally unavailable. You've been told you make things more complicated than they need to be. Maybe you started believing it. Maybe you started wondering why closeness feels heavy, why you enjoy people, yet need distance to feel calm, why your mind opens dozens of tabs when everyone else seems fine. You try to explain it. You try to shrink your reactions. You try to silence your depth. But the more you tried, the more your system resisted. You crave connection, but when closeness arrives, your body tightens before your heart can catch up. You don't explode. You don't create drama. You go quiet. You pull back. And afterward, you sit alone asking the same question. Why do I care so much? And still step back. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. But the diagnosis you were given is wrong. You're what psychologists call avoidantly attached. But I prefer a different term. You are a high-resolution emotional radar. Most people notice obvious emotional signals. You notice subtle ones. A pause in tone, a small delay in response, a tiny shift in energy. A radar doesn't reject connection. It scans the environment to understand it. You don't step back because you don't feel. You step back because your awareness turns on early. Your system is designed to detect turbulence before it hits. You were built differently, and for a reason. Where others walk in blindly, you assess first. Where others attach quickly, you evaluate quietly. You are precise. You are careful. You are essential. That isn't weakness. It's precision in action. This is not a flaw in your personality. It's easier to think of it as hardware. Your brain works like a computer running an operating system. Everyone has the same basic parts, but some systems process information faster, more deeply, more intensely. When emotional closeness increases, your internal alert system activates automatically. Your amygdala works like a motion sensor camera mounted at the edge of your awareness. It scans for instability, for unpredictability, for potential emotional risk. Then, your thinking mind opens multiple tabs. It replays conversations. It simulates outcomes. It predicts what might happen next. When too many tabs open, your system feels overloaded. RAM full. Processor hot. Fan spinning loudly. So you do what any intelligent system would do. You step back. You create space. You cool the system down. That isn't weakness, it's regulation. Neuroscience has identified 3 key upgrades in your hardware. The first is heightened threat sensitivity. Think of it as early warning mode. You notice small emotional changes before anyone else does. A tiny shift in tone. A subtle hesitation. It can feel overwhelming. You detect risks before they are obvious. You notice patterns others miss. But here's the flip. You are rarely blindsided. You see what others overlook. You understand situations more completely. That isn't weakness. It's advanced detection. There is nothing wrong with you. The second is emotional absorption. Think of it as sponge mode. You don't just notice emotions, you feel them. If someone near you is anxious, your chest tightens. If someone seems distant, your mood shifts too. You take in the emotional color of the room. It can make crowded spaces heavy. It can make intense relationships exhausting. But it also gives you rare empathy. You read what is unspoken. You respond with subtlety. You mirror feelings others cannot express. You were built differently and for a reason. That sensitivity helps you connect deeply when the environment is safe. The third is deep cognitive processing. Think of it as simulation thinking. You replay interactions in your mind. You imagine outcomes. You calculate possible consequences. It may feel like overthinking, but it's not spinning out. It's high-level processing. You are thorough. You are strategic. You prevent mistakes by anticipating them first. That isn't weakness, it's depth. It's advanced computation. There is nothing wrong with you. The challenge is knowing when to pause before the system overheats. If this trait were purely harmful, it likely wouldn't exist. Humans have always needed different kinds of minds. Some were warriors, quick to act and explore. Others were scouts, watching the edges, noticing danger before it arrived. Imagine an early tribe. The warriors went forward, hunting and exploring. The scouts stayed alert at the edges, observing broken branches, shifts in wind, unusual silence. Without scouts, the warriors could walk into traps. The group's survival depended on both roles. Your nervous system is like a scout. You notice small signs of relational turbulence before it becomes obvious. You sense instability. You detect subtle emotional shifts. There is nothing wrong with you. Your awareness kept the group safe. It can help you navigate modern relationships in the same way. Some people are dandelions. They grow almost anywhere. They survive stress, noise, unpredictability. They adapt quickly without much support. You are an orchid. Psychologists call this vantage sensitivity, which simply means you respond more strongly to your environment. In harsh conditions, orchids struggle. In supportive environments, they bloom beautifully. Your sensitivity amplifies stress, and it also amplifies creativity, empathy, and insight. That isn't weakness, it's design. You are not too much. Your environment simply matters more. When placed in a stable, supportive space, you thrive in ways that most people cannot. There is nothing wrong with you. You were built differently, and for a reason. First, curate your environment intentionally. Spend time with people and in spaces that feel calm and consistent. Your system stabilizes naturally when your surroundings are steady. Second, protect your energy through boundaries. When emotional absorption begins to feel heavy, step back briefly. You don't have to endure every signal to care. Your nervous system needs breaks. Third, limit your mental tabs. When your mind begins replaying endless scenarios, pause and write down one simple sentence about your main concern. Choose one grounded action you can take now. This prevents overload while still honoring your processing power. These steps are not about changing who you are. They are about supporting the system you already have. You are not broken. You are managing advanced hardware that works differently than most. You are a high-resolution emotional radar. You notice more. You process deeply. You care carefully. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not defective. You were built differently, and for a reason. Your goal is not to silence your radar. Your goal is to place it where it can rest and function well. Dandelions survive anywhere. Orchids bloom in the right conditions. You are not failing at connection. You are learning where connection feels safe enough to grow. When you stop trying to shut down your radar and instead learn to manage it, something shifts. Closeness stops feeling like danger. Independence stops feeling like isolation. You remain strong. You remain precise. But you also allow warmth in. That isn't weakness, it's evolution. But there is another question hiding beneath this. If you are a high-resolution emotional radar, why do you sometimes disappear instead of explaining? Why does silence feel safer than speaking up?
In the next video, we'll explore the psychology of withdrawal and ghosting, and why stepping back can feel safer than confrontation.
If you've ever gone quiet while still caring deeply, that conversation will feel personal. Click the next video, and let's understand that part of you too.